Fiddle-a-g'day, my name is Mighty Wereball. Welcome back to more Danganronpa. We are just about to start our investigation over our second murder, the victim of which was Ryoma, surprisingly enough. Found after a magic trick went wrong, well, I'm guessing it was all planned. Ended up in a vat of water, handcuffed, and then eaten by piranhas. So, I'm not sure what there is to investigate, but we're going to go straight into it. Hey, sweetie, you got a sec? What's wrong? Before we start the investigation, there's something I gotta tell you. You're my sidekick from now on. Your sidekick? I'm more of a scientist kind of guy, so I'm not really cut out for investigations. But that's a good quality to have for an investigation. That's the only stage fit for Kaiten Mamuta, luminary of the stars, is the universe itself. So I'll leave the details to you. Pave the path for my success. But I don't know what to do as a sidekick. Don't worry about it. I'll make all the tough calls. You just gotta do what I say. He loves to make decisions on his own, doesn't he? So, I'll take full responsibility. Since you're my sidekick, there's nothing to worry about. Huh? Alright, let's get started. First we gotta check the Monokuma file. Yeah, right. Kaito making me a sidekick like this. Could it be... I'm scared. I try hard not to be, but I'm scared. I can't stop thinking about the pain and sadness that comes if I reveal the truth. That's what I'm afraid of. Is he trying to help me? Hey, what's the matter? Let's check the Monokuma file already. Alright. At Kaito's behest, I looked over the Monokuma file. The victim is Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. The body was discovered in the gym. The cause of death was drowning. His body was consumed by piranhas until only bones remained. No other injuries can be confirmed at this time. What? There's less written here than before. I've got a bad feeling about this. The time of death isn't written here. The previous Monokuma file indicated Rintaro's time of death, correct? And that's, in these games, the time of death is usually an important thing. The victim is Rintaro Amami. It doesn't say what his ultimate is. The victim's body was discovered in the library. The estimated time of death is 9:10 PM. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of the skull. There's another thing. Excuse me. If the ball dropped down from above, why did it hit the back of his head? There's still too many. There's still questions about his death. They never explained why blood got on the camera in front of him. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Resulting in cranial fractures and immediate death. There were no other injuries were detected. But the Monokuma file this time doesn't indicate a time of death. Did Monokuma mess up? No, this was intentional. Monokuma told us that he wouldn't give us any information that would reveal the culprit. Thinking about it that way, it implies that the information would be damning evidence for the culprit. Time of death. Well, he hasn't been seen since... Put it this way, it has to be somebody that wasn't at the bug thing, right? Because everybody who was at the bug thing was at the actual event the next day, which that narrows it down to, where's my list of names? Who wasn't at the bug thing? Maki, who else? Maki, Kirimi, Korekiyo, Miyu, Kaito. Gut feel is one of those because they were the only ones that weren't at the bug thing, and I'm fairly certain none of them. Kirimi was at the event the next day. Yeah, early guesses. So that means the key to this case is the time of death. Ha! There you go. I knew I picked a good sidekick. There's one more thing in the Monokuma file that catches my eye. Ryoma's cause of death. Drowning. It says drowning, but if that's the case, he wasn't in there long enough to drown. We might be able to unravel the case from there. So he was killed earlier in the day by drowning, and his body was tipped in there when the curtain was closed, or however it was done. File 2 has been added to your truth bullet section of your notepad. So yeah, so there's my names that I've mentioned that are possible suspects. Alright, now that we're done with the Monokuma file, we can get started on the investigation. My first command, my new sidekick, is investigate everywhere and find clues that will lead us to the culprit. He's pretty commanding, as I expected. Alright, well, first of all, let's have a look at the water tank, I guess, with a secret hatch. It's the large water tank from the escape trick. The glass is broken. It's in bad shape. Did you guys really need to break the glass? Everything's soaked now. Well, if we had left Ryoma's body there, we wouldn't have been able to investigate. I guess it would have taken too long to empty the mirror tank with just a bucket. It was a lot of cleanup, but at least we can investigate the tank now. There might be a clue around here, so I should take a closer look. Yeah, you're right. So, okay, you got the... Because we broke the glass, there isn't much of anything left in the tank. But I should investigate the area thoroughly. There's bound to be something. Well, first of all is the handcuffs that were on him. Handcuffs? Why are there handcuffs here? Still locked, and there are small scratches on them. The cuffs appear to be stainless steel and not too hard to scratch. So not too hard to scratch. They must have been scraping against something hard or sharp. What are those handcuffs? Were they in the tank? But I've never seen handcuffs in the warehouse. Where'd they come from? That's true. There weren't any in the warehouse, so where did they come from? If they weren't in the warehouse, another place might have had handcuffs as... Could it be he's a prisoner? Ryoma's lab wasn't just for the ultimate tennis pro, but also for the ultimate prisoner. So perhaps some element of that was in his lab as well. Was it scratched handcuffs? Was he... Because that looks like a hatch. Could he have been put in there and then released after he died, like his body was stashed under there? There's a square pane of glass at the bottom of the water tank. It doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. It's nearly impossible for the broken water tank to produce such a perfect square of glass. And what exactly is this pane? Square pane is added to your truth bullet section. Cool, okay. Look at the tub of fish, I guess. We'll get to Ryoma in a minute. It's a bucket full of piranhas. God decided they picked up all the piranhas and put them here. I can't believe Gonta would do that with his bare hands. Ah, wait. Yes, I can. When I think the Ryoma is inside their stomachs, I don't even feel like eating them. Why would you even consider eating them in the first place? Are piranhas nice? Piranhas don't seem like a sort of thing you would eat. Yeah, only the strong can survive in this world that Ewa has created. The least we could do is pry for Ryoma's soul so they may enter Ewa's kingdom. Can he really go there looking like this? This brain is sure what a miraculous mystery. Maybe Ewa was behind those videos too. What are you talking about? I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing. More piranhas? What? Did they multiply overnight? There's no way they could reproduce that fast. But compared to yesterday, the piranhas look super crammed into that tank. Ah, so they looked more crammed together. The water was too murky, so I couldn't tell how many more piranhas there were. But anyway, it was super crammed. Super crammed. Jeez, we get it. More piranhas than yesterday. There might be something to that. Crammed piranhas has been added. Alright, let's see how you doing, Ryoma? Ryoma's body is nothing more than a skeleton now. Not even a shadow of what he was. What the heck is this? Hey, is this really Ryoma? I didn't see the moment it happened, so I can't believe it. I'm certain of it. Everyone watched and the show witnessed it. We saw Ryoma becoming nothing but bones. I can't believe he died in such a gruesome way. The water filled with blood so fast we didn't see the whole thing, thankfully. But his skeleton is unmistakably Ryoma's. Jeez, I knew he wanted to die, but he didn't have to actually go and do it. No, I don't think that's right, Kaito. Ryoma wasn't trying to die. He said as much. He was jealous of us, who wanted to live. Huh? What do you mean he was jealous? I'm positive that Ryoma wanted to join us. That's why he needed a reason to live. So that he could have had the same feelings we do. So that he could have the reason to keep going. to fight alongside us.
Then he was a real idiot. Who cares if you don't have a reason to live? Can't your reason for living be something simple, like good food or your friends? Damn it, that idiot.
His clothes, or his belongings. Wereball's belongings are all gathered together. His clothes, his monopod, and the key to his room. It's very nice of the piranhas not to use clothes. That's it. If we use this key, we can investigate Ryoma's room.
What's in his room to investigate?
The motive video. We should find out whose video Ryoma had.
Then, you think Ryoma was killed because of that video?
I can't say for certain, but we should check, just in case. Although, he might have had my video. If that were the case, I might be a suspect. Well, no point in thinking about that now. Right, that's all I wanted to see around the water tank. Cool. Might as well speak to... What else have we got? Nothing else up here that you can really look at, is there? Purpose stage. Alright, let's have a look at the stage then. I should investigate the stage. I'm sure there's a clue there. Almost certainly. Alright, piranha tank. When I stood on stage and looked up, the piranha tank was directly overhead. It was set up so that the bottom would open when the timer had reached 0. The bottom is open now, and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it had a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. And only the front side is glass. The other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid, and only the front was made of glass.
Oh yeah, that tank was from Himiko's research lab.
Hey Kaito, you helped carry supplies for the show, right?
Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. It was a lot of work. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from there. It was a heavy tank full of water and piranhas. It couldn't have easily been easy to lift.
It seems this is where the lightning button of the gym's attached.
Ah, Kirimi.
The control panel on this side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the button. It seems they lowered the button, attached the piranha tank to it, then raised it again.
I never knew lightning buttons were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that.
Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy.
Piranha tank has been added. Cool. Alright. I must speak to her in a minute, but just want to check. Closed curtain. There's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side.
What's the matter? You want to check that window out?
Yeah, but...
Oh, it's too high up to reach, huh? Yeah, it is pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank.
Higher than the piranha tank?
That's right. There was a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it.
Kaito quickly headed off to the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder.
But you know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder?
Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up the rungs. Music stopped. What are we about to find? You can just barely reach the window with this, and if you open the curtain... the window is open.
If the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it?
The culprit may have gone in and out through this window.
So what's on the other side of the window?
I can't see much, but I think it's the pool.
A pool, huh? I heard we had one here somewhere. Alright, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there.
Wait. What is this?
What's up?
Nothing. It just looks like marks on the window frame. The window frame is distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. This might be related to the case. I should remember it. Marked window frame, maybe from the handcuffs? Okay, well, climb down from the ladder to the stage.
You done investigating the window, then I'll go put the ladder back.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Kaito.
Shouldn't the sidekick be doing this?
He complained, but he still put the ladder back for me. I've investigated everything I wanted to on the stage. We're not going to speak to Kirimi.
We're all done here. Then let's go.
Yeah, okay. Do I need to speak to these? Am I not speaking to Kirimi? No? Should probably speak to her? Maybe? No? You were helping set up the show, right, Kirimi? Did you hear anything about the trick?
No, I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing the banner and curtains, so I do not know the details of her trick.
I see. Okay, well that was useful. Right, well, let's speak to all you guys and see if you have anything worth saying.
I never would have imagined such a cruel murder happening at such a fun show. Why did the culprit commit such a barbaric act? Did they wish to see us panic?
I don't think that was the sole motivation. There was some other reason for it. And that reason must be related to Himiko's magic show somehow.
So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it, yes?
If that's true, did Himiko tell someone? Someone who thinks the trick is actual magic?
Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well.
Q murmured to himself, almost to himself, then walked to the back of the stage.
Is there anything to investigate backstage?
Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. We followed Q backstage. Alright, well, we're just ignoring everybody. The hidden door, some rope, puddle, the separate water tank that's... This is a pretty long rope. What was it used for?
I estimate it is roughly 65 feet in length.
You can tell just by looking at it.
I am well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. When it was time for me to leave, the women of the village all begged me to stay.
I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on this investigation. Anyway, what is this rope? Could this be related to the case? Maybe, probably, possibly. Puddle! What? There's a puddle behind the staircase. This isn't a puddle from when we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry. Perhaps someone who was wet was here, doing something. Changing wet clothes? But how would you get from the water tank to the space behind the staircase? This may be a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick. Wet staircase has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. Okay, water tank. There's nothing strange about it from behind, other than the large size. It's a normal tank.
All sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. How very mysterious. How, I wonder, did Himiko escape from the tank? Well, if we figured it out easily, it wouldn't be a magic trick. I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there.
That is true. There's a high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, and to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it. Is there nothing else here? Staircase. The staircase goes up to the top of the stage. Inspecting it closely, I can see that some places on the side are wet. This might have something to do with the puddle next to it. We're going to look at it, or I've investigated just about everything to do with the stage, but I still don't know how the trick was performed.
Hey, how long are you going to investigate here? We're still going to find the culprit, you know. Come on, let's go.
We're not going to talk to... Oh wait, Kaito. We just... Alright, we're jumping about all over the place, but Himiko, we may as well speak to you.
My magic was supposed to make everyone smile.
Don't worry, everyone is smiling. I don't think any of us can smile right now. Himiko, if it's alright, are you ready to talk about your underwater escape trick? We need to understand how your trick works if we're going to solve this mystery.
No trick to my underwater escape act. It was magic. You're still saying that? Do you understand the situation we're in? No matter how much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic.
But... Okay, your time's up. The Q&A session is now over. Unless you want to feel a full volcanic... Piss off, Tenko. We're investigating a murder here.
Man, the God is more strict than the security at idle events.
I'll speak to Angie, I guess. Ah, that's right. We need to ask Angie about the stage. Hey, Angie, I want to ask you some questions about the stage. Yep, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage. Do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps? Nah, I don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. I see. I suppose she didn't tell Angie the secret either. By the way, you asked other people to help you with the preparations, right? Yep, we started the prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank and the stairs from Himiko's research lab. Me and Kibo helped with that. The tank had a pulley, but because it was so huge, it was still a lot of work. I asked Kirumi to seek the curtains, because I hate sewing. So basically, it's all thanks to Edward that the show was a success. No, it's because of all of us. Was it really a success? By the way, were the piranhas your idea? On its own, the underwater escape act is no different than a normal magic show. I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas. That's what Edward told me. So Edward gives you that kind of advice too, does he? And about the piranha tank and the timer, those were from Himiko's lab, correct? Yep. According to the piranha's tank's manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will automatically open. I see. That means that most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab. And right when we finished the prep work, we were about to take a break. Gonta captured us so we couldn't rehearse at all. Yeah! When Gonta let us go, it was already night time, so we couldn't go back to the gym.
Oh yeah, you can't enter the gym at night time.
So we decided to I think I know who did it. Because there was only one person who was helping build the thing. I'm not going to say yet. Well, at least I have a culprit in mind. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But all I can say, I'll not say who it is. I'll leave it. But I think it's a female. That's as far as I'll say. Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved the set was intact. So no one could have stuck into the gym before those two got there. Unless they were already working at it. What's up, Suichi? Are you worried because of the confusing incident? Don't worry, it'll be fine. What? Edo has spoken. You have nothing to worry about. Actually, you know what? No, I am going to go ahead and say it. I think it was, what's her name? Kirumi. I think it was Kirumi because she was left alone working on the curtains, meaning she was up high, she could get access to the windows. She knew about the setup. She helped with it. She wasn't there with the bugs. And yeah, I think it was Kirumi. Nothing can escape Edo's sight, not even the culprit. Yeah, Edo has a divine force to be reckoned with. Why? I don't know. I've no reason to believe that we'll find out anytime soon. And she's starting to sound more and more creepy. Oh, I suppose we'll have to talk to everybody. Alright, well, let's just go through the list of names.
Although there are many unknown variables, the first thing we need to make clear is when was Ryoma murdered?
Well, in the middle of the show, obviously. The culprit knew how Himiko's trick worked, took advantage of it to kill Ryoma. In other words, everyone watching as a show isn't suspicious.
Also, because on top of that, you can't use the time of death. Because, yes, she was there when the show was going on, but because there's no time of death, I'm sorry, but it feels like it's all pointing towards Kirumi, quite frankly. I'll probably be completely wrong in that, but anyway.
In other words, everyone watching the show isn't suspicious.
Kaito, you didn't attend the show either, did you?
No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise, so I was just eating breakfast. You got it? I'm not suspicious.
I do not understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me.
Kibo does have a point. Alright, time to talk to you. I'd rather not, to be quite frankly. If Himiko says it's magic, then it's magic. Got it? I'll use my Neo Aikido to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko. But if we don't understand the magic trick, how can we possibly survive the trial? Miyu.
Hey, Flamwad, there's something I need you to tell me.
It's not a very polite way to ask someone for something.
It's got nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonta capture you guys last night. The hell was that all about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened. Yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I still don't know what went on.
How did Miyu escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him.
Chop chop, you slimy shit!
Well, I suppose you could say that Gonta was tricked into kidnapping us. First ones to get captured were Kibo, Kyu, Tsumugi, Tenko, and I. Himiko and Angie were brought in later.
From the gym, right?
Exactly, and Kokichi left the room after around 9 PM. So they must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that. We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were freed about an hour into night time, around 11 PM.
So from 9 PM to 11 PM, everyone there had an alibi. And then those people without an alibi are me, Kirby, Maki, and Ryoma. I see you've learned what an alibi is, thanks to the previous incident. But what the fuck is this insect meet and greet bullshit?
By the way, Miyu, how were you able to get away from Gonta?
Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon. Let's just leave it at that.
Secret woman weapon? What's a secret woman weapon? She's trying to laugh it off.
Sweetie, let's just leave her be. Listening to her will just tire you out.
You're probably right. Perhaps it's better to get the truth out of her at the class trial. Oh, I'm sure it'll be... Yeah, anyway, insect meet and greet added. Cool, right. Tsumugi, you're next. If Himiko doesn't tell us how the trick works, we won't know how Ryoma was killed, right? But with the way she is, how will we convince her? Oh, what if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him? And he murdered a lookalike of himself in order to sabotage her show. Or something like that. It's happened before, probably. You're very useful there, Tsumugi. Alright, Kokichi, what bullshit have you got saying?
I'm glad Himiko made this game more difficult. I would nearly be as bored. Time to work hard and solve this mystery. Get ready, culprit, cause here I come.
Gonta, it's up to you, buddy.
Gonta couldn't save him. Gonta should have saved him.
Gonta, what's wrong?
When piranhas attacked Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into tank, then Gonta could help Ryoma, but Gonta got scared. Too scared to do anything. Sorry. Gonta really sorry.
The man shouldn't apologize so easily.
But surely he saw him before the piranhas dove in, right?
And even if you had jumped in, they just would have eaten you too.
And from what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway, Gonta.
Huh? Really? Does it say that in Monokuma file?
You haven't even read the Monokuma file yet.
No, Gonta not really understand it. Gonta not smart enough to be help.
What are you talking about? If you've got time to apologize, you've got time to read the file. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do.
That's right, Gonta. You're a huge help. There's some information only you know, after all.
Information only Gonta know?
Remember, during the show, you went up on the stage. That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right?
Yeah, because Gonta worry about Himiko.
Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma?
No, Gonta see no one in tank. Gonta kinda surprised.
He didn't see anybody. Oh, you can't do that. We're still in the middle of the show.
But if Gonta do nothing, Himiko get eaten by piranhas. Huh?
Interesting.
But when the piranhas were dropped, the curtains opened, Ryoma was in the tank, right?
Yeah, that's right.
When did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen?
Gonta don't know. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas dropped in. After that... Sorry, Gonta should watch tank better.
Like I said, a man shouldn't apologize so easily.
Yeah, you're right.
But this is a problem. I'm even more stumped. Even if Himiko disappearing was part of the Underwater Escape Act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of Himiko's trick?
Positive that mystery will be an important point of this case. Gonta's account has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your monopad. I think the glass panel below opened at the same time, or something opened at the same time as the piranhas were dropped, so he came up as the piranhas went in. Lunchtime, basically. Are we done in here? Can we leave now? I believe we've investigated everything we need to for now.
But our investigation's over now, so who's the culprit?
I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to investigate.
What? You still don't know? I never thought detective work would be such work. So where else we got to investigate?
First, the pool next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked at. After that, I want to go into Ryoma's room and find out which motive video he had. Then I want to investigate the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. I've deduced that the handcuffs we found in the water tank probably came from there.
Is that everything?
Last of all, to the Ultimate Magician's lab. I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go there, I'm sure we'll find some kind of clue.
So you've still got a lot to do then, huh? Good luck, sweetie. After all, it's going to be you doing all the heavy lifting here.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean, right? Are you saying I'm useless?
Is there a right way to respond to that? Kaito, you are the glue that holds us all together. Yes, we're leaving. On to the swimming pool. Actually, change of plan because this was the next stop along the way, so...
This is Himiko's research lab. What are we going to investigate again?
The trick that Himiko used in her magic show. I need to figure out how it worked.
Well, you say that, but what if it was real magic with no tricks or mechanisms?
Well, that would be a problem. But it's not just about the trick. I need to ask that guy some questions. Do I need to speak to him again? Alright, well... That's not who I meant to click on. We've already looked at that. Yeah, we skipped past you. You little shite.
Hey, sweetie, do you want to ask something? I'll tell you anything you want to know. You are my favourite, after all.
When he says that, it sounds like he means the opposite. It makes me nervous. I do actually. It's about when we were kidnapped by Gonta yesterday. You snuck into our rooms to steal our motive videos, right? But is that all you were doing? You came back pretty late.
I see. You want to know my alibi for night time yesterday. That's a good question to ask. The gym is off limits during night time, so Ryoma was probably killed before or after. Which makes nighttime yesterday so suspicious, since everyone was doing their own thing.
And what were you doing then?
It'd be easier if I just explained step by step what happened while I was out last night.
Because he said there was complications when he was out and about.
After you regained consciousness, Shurichi Gonta brought... After you regained consciousness, Shurichi, Gonta brought Himiko and Angie. That was about 5 minutes before 9.
On top of that, we can't believe anything he says, so this is kind of pointless to speak to him.
Right after that, I left Gonta's lab and headed towards the dorms. I thought I'd be back in an hour, the start of nighttime, but something happened.
Something happened?
Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kirumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 PM. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. Then she started criticizing my behaviour and lecturing me on my manners and relationships.
Well, that's a lie.
Can you believe that? I mean, who does she think...
Oh, wait, hang on. Hostile refute. Yes. What is the point in that? Can you believe it?
I mean, who does she think she is? My mom or something?
Didn't you ask Kirumi to be your mum earlier?
She just kept talking, then finally let me go at 10 PM when that time rolled around.
A whole hour?
Well, only the first half hour was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half. She was starting to bore me, so I turned around to leave and then...
Stop right there. Our conversation is not over yet.
I don't gotta listen to you. You're not worthy of lecturing the Supreme Ultimate Leader.
Whatever way that was.
Come on, Miss Maid, catch me if you can.
Is that a request?
And then, I guess Kirumi decided to take tag super seriously. I tried my best, but in the end, she caught me a little before 10 PM. Then she started lecturing me again, and let me go when nighttime started.
So do your alibis still hold up even when she was chasing you around?
We ran into each other a bunch of times, so yeah, they should hold up.
I don't believe him at all.
After Kirumi let me go, I finally went to the dorms and collected everyone's videos. But by the time I returned to Gonta's lab, it was already 11 PM.
Then from 10 to 11 he doesn't have an alibi.
Well, yeah, I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me.
Something odd?
I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit. I wonder who it was.
A girl in her underwear? What the hell is he talking about? Girl in underwear, that sounds like it could have been Miyu, which also explains why Gonta didn't grab her, I guess. Did she flash her knickers at him?
By the way, you didn't get captured by Gonta yesterday, did you, Kato? Where were you? And what were you doing?
I was running around the whole time. I hid in bathrooms, bedrooms, all over the school.
I see.
Right, enough of your nonsense. Samugi, why are you here? What are you doing here, Samugi? Huh? Well, I'm investigating. I know I'm playing, but it's plain to see I'm investigating. Is that so?
So, did you find any clues?
I'm still thinking about that. I don't think you can uncover clues by just thinking about them. No. In fact, I still haven't found anything.
Then get to it. Looking around is how you find clues.
But I think leaving that guy alone is just plain bad. Samugi gave Kokichi a meaningful glance. So I've decided to plainly keep an eye on him. That way, even plain old me can help out. Well, having somebody keep an eye on that twat is probably a good idea. Is there anything in here I need to look at? Is that it? Still things to investigate. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, well, the saw, I guess. Why do we need to look at that? I don't. Oh, no, but a huge saw. Oh wait, I haven't spoken to him yet, have I? Oh wait, hang on. Large water tank. It's a huge water tank. It looks like the one that was used at Himiko's show.
It looks like the same tank Himiko used in the show. I guess this one was a backup. That's what Himiko told me in Kibo when we carried the tank out of here.
Then perhaps if we investigate this tank, we can learn the secret of the trick. Encouraged, I began walking around the tank. I was looking for anything that could be a switch or mechanism. What's this? There's a segment of the tank near the top that opens up. But why open up there? Oh wait, perhaps it isn't random. This segment had to open up here. Water tank trick. Oh, is that to fill it with water? Are we down here? There's nothing else in here that I need to look at, is there? Yeah, cool. On to the next place then. Okay, let's have a look at Ryoma's room and see what we can find. Will his Monak thing be still there?
This is Ryoma's room, huh? So where's his video? I don't see it sitting out anywhere. Maybe he put it on his bookcase.
Kaito opened up all the drawers one by one, checking each one of them.
That's weird. I can't find it anywhere.
You see, so we can't find it. That's alright. That's a clue in itself.
Huh? What do you mean?
You see, if we suppose the motive for the crime was the video, there's a high possibility that Ryoma had the culprit's motive video. If their motive video was left at the scene, they would be immediately suspicious. There's no reason the culprit would leave behind that kind of incriminating evidence.
That's true.
And the video is not in the room, which means...
So it's just like we thought. That video was the motive.
Yes, that's the best explanation I can think of.
Alright, just what I'd expect from my top sidekick. What's the matter, Shuichi?
Nothing.
By the way, I was thinking, maybe we should have watched those motive videos after all.
What?
They showed the most important people to us, right? So, maybe we should have watched them, without looking away from the truth. At the time, I agreed with Kibo, but after thinking about it, I changed my mind. And if we were worried about watching them alone, we could have just watched them together.
Watch them together?
Yeah, we should have gathered everyone together and watched all the videos, shared everybody's motives. Even if it's something you can't bear by yourself, it'd be possible with everyone. That's what cooperation is, right?
That's what Kokichi was trying to do.
Huh?
Kokichi was trying to get us to participate in a motive video viewing party of sorts. That's why he forced us into the same room. Do you think it was his way of cooperating? Do you think the same way?
No. If that's what he wanted, he could have just asked us. That's what a normal person would have done, but that's the thing he's not normal. Maybe he did want us to cooperate, but there's no way to know for sure. He'd never tell us.
That's true. It's impossible to know what Kokichi is thinking. But I suppose he could have been acting in our favour for once. I'm pretty certain he only acts in his own self-interest. Anyway, are we done here? Let's go. Swimming pool. Oh, there's a rubber inner tube in there. Bits of fabric. Interesting. Huh? There's something else floating in the pool. It looks like a little piece of fabric.
It's just trash, right? Nothing to be worried about. We're looking for the culprit. We don't have time to pick up trash.
Yes, but... perhaps it's just my intuition, but it does bother me. I should learn to trust it sometimes. My intuition is the ultimate detective. Black piece of fabric. Inner tube. There's an inner tube floating in the pool. It looks like a big sturdy rubber one.
Let me guess, some idiots didn't clean up after themselves.
Oh god. Alright, what do you want now?
Don't look at us. I don't like water. I prefer juice.
We get heavier when our cotton absorbs water. It makes losing weight a nightmare.
I want to play in the water with everyone. It sounds fun.
You know, Monodar might be onto something. I kind of want to go in the pool now.
Yeah, who cares about losing weight? Idiots, we're not here to play. We're here to back these bastards into the pits of hell. We are the Monokumas, the meanest, nastiest, cruelest mascots around. If you don't get it, I'll throw you all into the pool myself. Ah, please don't.
Onosuke, please stop. Can't we all just get along?
You saying that if we don't get along, I'll end up like Monokid?
Yes, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. Which I'd be quite happy with, because I'm not happy with the voice I've given you.
So then, it was one of us that put the inner troop there, not the Monokumas. Well, it doesn't matter. The inner troop probably isn't related to the case.
Isn't related to the case. If it was just for playing around, then why is there a rope tied to it? What could that be for? That is intriguing. It was the window, wasn't it? So that window up there. This building is a school building. That must mean that the window goes somewhere. Most of the windows are blocked off, but that one looks normal. What room had that window? That's a point of interest. Yes, we know. That's why I clicked on it. I was gonna ignore it. Alright, fine, whatever. Storage room, anything in here? This is the pool's equipment shed. I'll take a look inside, just in case. Huh? Is that an electric air pump? I see. You could easily fill a large inner tube with this. There doesn't seem to be anything else worth inspecting. Alright. Talk to Kaito and see what he has to say.
So this is the pool. It's not much like a school pool. So that window we investigated above the stage into the gym connects to here, right? The culprit probably got in and out from here. Alright, investigate every nook and cranny.
You're not going to do it yourself? Well, I've looked everywhere, right? Okay, there's the diving board's the only other thing I haven't looked at. It's a large diving board. It looks like something you'd find at a resort. Nothing about it has changed. Okay, what am I missing here then? Oh. That's the window I'm meant to look for. You can see the gym's windows over there.
That's the window we investigated from the top of the stage in the gym. I mean, it's pretty high up. You wouldn't be able to reach it with just a ladder.
I agree. The ladder only barely reached the window, and it was on the stage.
If that's the case, then it might have been hard for someone to have gone through there.
Yeah, you might be right. We done here? I think we're done. No, I'm still missing something. What have I not looked at yet? The actual pool itself, I guess? This doesn't look like a normal school pool, more like the pool at a resort. The pool is deep, but it isn't filled up all the way. Still plenty of water to swim in. The water level hasn't changed, but I can see something floating in it. Yes, we've looked at the floating thing. The rules? There's not much else I can look at. There's also some specifications written here. The pool's 8, we've read this, we've done, yeah, Why?
No, no jumping into the pool, especially at night time.
Oh, where did you come from?
I mean, jumping itself is fine. If you want to jump in front of a car or a train, that's on you. But the pool is off limits at night time. See? No swimming at night time.
That would be a violation, right?
If anyone violates a school regulation, a campus-wide siren will blare. And then that person will be ripped apart by the XXXs.
No swimming allowed. But at this point, does sitting in a floating ring count as swimming? This is the point where like lots of split ends and you know all this kind of nonsense.
You'd go that far?
Well, so far the siren hasn't gone off, so no one's needed to be ripped apart. Yet.
Since that's the case, can we assume no one was in the gym or pool at night time?
Well, at the very least, no one alive.
Interesting. No swimming at night time. That might just play into the case. So that was... Okay, I thought I'd already read that.
Hey, sweetie, does this boot really have anything to do with the case? We all got psyched up about it, but it doesn't seem like there were any clues here.
You know, apart from the torn fabric in the swimming pool that is black. And it's that... Let's have a look at one of Kinumi's main outfits. Is there a bit of torn fabric on them, maybe? Maybe it's a torn fabric to anybody else who wears black. There's quite a few of them wear black, right? And if Ryoma wears black, so it could be part of his. There was no rips in his outfit, though. I'm still going to hang my hat on Kinumi until I'm proven wrong. Well, that inner tube is still bothering me. I don't know what it tells us, but I feel like it's related to this case.
But you know, if that inner tube is related to the case, the culprit is pretty careless. If it was related to the case, why didn't they just clean it up? Just leaving it sitting out there like that. Don't you think that's straight up careless?
No, even if they wanted to put it away, they couldn't. There's no pole or anything around here that you could use to get to the inner tube. The water level is so low you couldn't grab the tube, even if you did manage to bring it closer.
Then why not just jump in and fish it out by hand? Oh, that's right, they couldn't get in the water.
Couldn't get in the water? Yeah, I suppose you could think of it that way.
Well, we can't stay here forever, right? Let's go and check out all the other places.
So the only place we've got left to check is... Ryoma's lab.
There's no time to waste, isn't that right, sidekick?
Yeah, sure. Where was Ryoma's lab again? Anyway, let's go. Okay, and we're at the lab. What's we gonna find here? The Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. If I'm right, then the handcuffs were found in the tank came from here. And if the handcuffs came from here, that means the culprit was here as well. They may have left a trace of evidence. This room is a little different than when we were here before. It feels off.
What's the matter, Suichi?
Nothing. Anyway, let's figure out the handcuffs. We should take care of that problem first. What about it feels off? First of all, I want to look in here. Or maybe the equipment would probably be better. Oh no, never mind. This is the first time I've been in here. It's a shower room, but it feels less like the Ultimate Tennis Pro's and more like the Ultimate Prisoner's lab.
Do you think it was made that way on purpose? Did they remodel the shower just for that?
Yeah, I think they did.
Jeez, Monokuma's got bad taste. Well, we already knew that.
Oh well, first things first. There they are, the handcuffs. Hey Kaito, the handcuffs hanging on the wall.
Oh, they look like the ones in the tank. Oh wait, are they the same?
I think so. Here, look. See? One empty hook. The handcuffs we found must have been hung here. That means the culprit was definitely here. Scratched handcuffs have been updated. Cool. No, we're not talking to Kaito. We'll look at this. No, we're not going to look at that. Close window then. The window has no vines or barbed wires or bars blocking it. Could it be... There was that one window I could see from the pool area. Ah, this might be it. I'm going to open it and check. Okay. Yes, this is definitely it. The window I could see from the pool area is Ryoma's lab window. The third floor is
high up, but if they aimed well, they could reach the pool. Monokuma said you can't go in the pool at night time, right?
If anyone violates a school regulation, a campus-wide siren will blare. And that person will be ripped apart by the exercises.
You'd go that far?
Well, so far the siren hasn't gone off, so no one's needed to be ripped apart. Yet.
Because that hasn't happened yet, can we assume that no one was in the gym or pool at night time?
Well, at the very least, no one alive.
Why'd he say no one alive?
I believe he was hinting that a dead person wouldn't be considered to be breaking the rules. Which means it's possible that a dead body was in the gym or the pool at night time.
So there's a chance Ryoma was carried to the gym after he was killed? But you know, there's no point carrying his body there, even if you can't get in.
I don't know if it's safe to say there was no point.
Wait a sec, what's this?
Huh?
Look, there's weird scratches on the window frame.
Yeah, as if something scraped against it. These marks are similar to the ones that were on the gym's window frame. Some kind of pulley system, I'm assuming now. I'm positive these marks aren't the result of opening and closing the window normally. This window frame is sturdy as well. The gym's window frame is was the same way. Is this a suicide? I mean, he claimed that he was just jealous. It looks like it looks like it would hold, even with a lot of weight on it.
Now that you understand, right, Shuichi?
What?
How amazing I am to have noticed such a super, ultra-important clue. It's all in a day's work for Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
I mean, I found a pretty important clue too, but I won't say that. Marked window frame, cool. Anything else in here that we need to be looking at? Doesn't look... Oh well, so okay, we'll look at the sink while we're here, I guess. This is a pretty big stone sink. You could fill it up with a lot of water. What's this? Lots of scratches. Scratches on the stone, like something was scraped against it.
You're right. What made them?
These scratch marks are clearly not natural. They must be made by some kind of metal. That is interesting. Scratched sink. Cool. We done here? We came here to confirm my suspicion about the handcuffs found in the tank, but we found even more important clues than I expected. Together with the fact that this is Ryoma's own lab, there are too many points of concern to be mere coincidence. It must be important evidence.
It seems like you figured something out. You seem more confident. Alright, then on to the next place. There's no point staying here.
Right. Where is the next place? I don't know, but let's go.
Oh. So, where should we go? Oof!
As he came out of the shower room, Kaito tripped and fell to the ground.
The hell? Something's caught on my leg.
Ah, it looks like a cable.
Is this for the tennis net? Man, whoever left this here should have put it in the corner.
Wait, the tennis net? I see. So that's why this room felt odd. I should investigate this in detail. Oh yeah, the clearly obvious broken tennis net. The reason I thought this room felt off is because of the net. When I came here last time, the tennis net was up. But now the cable has been removed.
So, like, someone took that cable off? Why would they do that?
Kaito, can you help me? I want to measure how long this cable is.
No need. It's just about 50 feet long.
What?
Oh, I was in the tennis club till middle school, so I know how long the cable is.
You were in the tennis club?
That's why it pissed me off so much the way Ryoma was acting like that.
Did you know Ryoma from before?
I never met him, but I heard a lot about him. I mean, these days, there's no one who's played tennis that hasn't heard of him. He's been a tennis legend since middle school. He was like a hero to every tennis kid. And then, once I finally got to meet him, he became a coward. That pissed me off so much I ended up being too hard on him. But regretting that won't help now. There's nothing I can do. So what's suspicious about the length of cable? Did something about it bother you?
No, nothing specific. I was just checking.
So detectives get bothered by small details, huh? Like an overbearing mother-in-law nitpicking a young wife.
What is that analogy? Tennis net cable. Cool. Alright, I've searched the whole area now. I should move on to the next one. Let's go! There you are. I spent way too long looking for her. Let's see if the little knob goblin was telling the truth. Huh? What are you doing here, Kirimi? We all agreed to investigate with at least one other person present, yes? As she spoke, she glanced towards Maki. Ah, so you're staying with Maki.
That's good thinking. Hey, once we're done with the trial, can I get a massage?
But of course, since you are here, Shibichi, may I ask you a question? The time of death was not provided, so I am questioning everyone in order to determine it. When was the last time you saw Ryoma alive?
Right before I was kidnapped by Gonta yesterday, around 6 in the evening.
The last time I saw him was way before then. I didn't see him at all yesterday, actually.
Then you are fine, Kaito. What's important is the last time someone witnessed him alive.
The last time someone witnessed Ryoma alive?
Gonta was the last one to see him alive, at around 8 PM yesterday. Ryoma managed to avoid being captured by him using his Tsukuchi method. So Ryoma was still running around after I got captured. Furthermore, 30 minutes earlier, Miu saw Ryoma as she was fleeing from Gonta. In that case, Gonta's testimony is highly credible. Yes, we at least know that Ryoma was alive yesterday until around 8 PM. Cool, but what about... are we not going to speak to you about that? Really? Alright, fine, well, Maki then. I can't imagine we're getting much out for you. Maki, what are you doing here? Earlier you said you weren't going to help us investigate, but you serious about that? You'll be fine, even if I don't help, right? You're the detective, not me. Or do you think you can solve this case on your own? That's completely different. This is... Haha, that's pretty harsh, but my sidekick is working his ass off. Sidekick? Yep, Shuichi is my sidekick now. Shouldn't it be the other way around? The dumb one should be the sidekick. The dumb one? I'm more of a scientist type of guy, so this stuff really isn't my thing. Wouldn't being a scientist be helpful for an investigation? More importantly, why have you been here the whole time? Is there a reason? Why do you care? Because it's been bothering me. You've been here and here ever since this room opened up. It's almost as if you're keeping watch, making sure no one else enters. Is this an interrogation? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just want you to talk to me, Maki. If this has nothing to do with the case, please, just tell me so. It's true that you don't have to help us if you don't want to. But you should at least cooperate with our investigation. Because all our lives are on the line. Even if I did cooperate, I wouldn't be any help. Mostly because I've been in here for the last several days. I've only gone back to my dorm at night to shower, including last night. Then can I ask you this? Did you see Gonta at all last night? Gonta was searching the grounds last night trying to capture us all. How were you able to avoid being caught? Gonta did stop by, but I managed to chase him off somehow. All I did was tell him, if you lay a hand on me, you'll choke to death on your own tongue. That's all. So Gonta got scared off by that? Well, I guess he would hold back against a girl. As I listened to Maki's testimony, a question grew in my mind. Why did Maki not want to leave so badly? What reason did she have for that? Are we done here? You're wasting your time talking to me. I don't know anything. Okay, I'm done here. Huh? You are? Well, her alibi's a little shaky, but I don't think she killed Ryoma. That's what my instincts are telling me. But if you remember anything, be sure to tell Shuichi, okay? He's my sidekick, you know. He's pretty good. In the end, the only thing we were able to get out of Maki was that she was here the whole time. But no one else can verify that testimony. That might be a problem later. Are we not going to try and cross-reference the testimony of Kokichi? No? We're just going to let that one sit. The one that lies all the time, we're not going to try and cross... No? Alright. Whatever. Already tired of investigating? Oh, you've been tired of it for a while now. Well, that's how it goes. Investigations aren't all that fun, you see. But it's a necessary step before we can move on to the main event. Kind of like searching the internet for that perfect porno video. In fact, some people think the search is the best part. Weird, huh? Anyway, the class trial is starting soon. Please gather at the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard. See you later. Okay, it's time for the trial, I guess. Looks like it's time, bro. Yeah. Hey, why do you look so worried now? Don't worry, you can do it. I believe in you. Believe in me? Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the cult. I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that? What? Isn't that why you believed in Kaede? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but if I worry about that, I would be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. Sweetie, we're still young. I can't die before I've had my first drink or gone to space. If you're not going to get yourself in gear now, then when? Now's all you've got. Yeah, Kaito, I know.
That's the expression I wanted to see. Heh, that's my sidekick.
He's right. I just have to do it. I have to believe in myself. I have to believe that I can do this. I'm going to survive. We're going to survive together. Maybe I don't really understand it. Maybe I don't have a reason. Well, I don't want to live. I want to die with everyone else. No, I want to live. What is going on with that? I want to live a long life. I don't want to die. I can't die in a place like this. Never. Okay, so yeah. Is this all part of the I wonder, is this all part of the memory erasing process? He's wired into that machine. That's what he's actually in just now. This is all in his mind, and when folk die, that's them losing their memories of being an ultimate. Maybe? Is it as deep as that? Don't know. Anyway, off to the trial. Okay, Shrine of Judgment time. We all here? The gang's all here.
Is everyone ready? Not like we have choice, right?
You're quick to understand. It's as though Monokuma has you trained. I got nothing to worry about, right, assholes? We'll figure out the culprit, won't we?
Of course we don't need to worry. The top suspect is super obvious this time. Right, Himiko?
How dare you bully Himiko, you degenerate? Do you want me to Aikido chop your head off, huh? That's not even Aikido anymore, is it? This matter will be discussed in due time. You should save your arguments until then.
Yeah, let's put an end to this at the class trial.
Yeah, you're right. To the elevator. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Yeah, nice little cutscene again. This is a very elaborate elevator. Cool. The door appeared before us with a pump, as if sending heroes off to war. After a pause, we all stepped towards the door. We were silent. All I could hear was our unsteady breathing. Just as we passed through the door, it started up again. I'm still sticking with Himiko. Not Himiko. Kirimi. Normally I wouldn't mind the shaking, but I'm feeling especially sensitive to it right now. Each of us felt a trembling through our entire bodies as we sank further still. Without sure footing, I'm positive I would have fallen as well. Then again, who else is with it? The back of her skirt. There's a tear in the back of her skirt. It's fucking kidding me. My breathing was becoming more ragged. My heart pounded harder and harder. Just when I thought I would pass out from the nerves, the elevator came to a stop. Well, this is good. I've already solved it. Don't need a trial. But this wasn't the end. No. It was only just the beginning. Welcome! My voice will be there. Welcome! You've hopelessly arrived once again. Did you want to come here again because of how wonderful it is? Isn't it wonderful? I put so much effort into building this place. It should be a monument.
Actually, we're the ones who used the exit cells to build this courtroom. But Father just took all the credit.
But I am happy to be used as a slave by Father.
You idiots are really committing to this henchman bit. You guys are just so cute that I can't help working you to the bone.
You put a lot of elaborate detail into this courtroom. Almost like it's for show.
For show, huh? That's an interesting way to put it. Is this just for show? Are you showing this to the people outside and... Those people aren't with us, so you needn't worry about them. Get it? They're not with us, as in, they're no longer with us. You know what I mean? In other words, you 13 are the only ones left in the world. Now show me just how you intend to bargain for your lives.
Interesting. Interesting. Then the class trial began. Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. After falling from his former glory, he told us he had no reason to live. But even so, he said he wanted to fight beside us, to get out of here with us. For that, he was trying to find a reason to live. He might have been a little stern, but he wasn't a cold man at all. And the person who killed him is here right now. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that's a lie. I don't want to believe it at all. But if this is where I find the truth, I won't avert my eyes anymore. This is the wish she entrusted to me. I will find the truth to get out of here with everyone alive. I'm going to survive. I can't die here in order to keep my promise to her. I will fight. I will fight for my life in this trial of truth and lies. Okay, and there we have it for that episode. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, always keep it light, keep it heavy, and I will see you all in the next one.